everyone, and welcome to General Hospital at Night. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it, because it was a big Friday. At Windermere, Liz overhears Jordan questioning Hayden about the diamonds, and the FBI has just landed on the island, and Hayden calls Liz a smug little cow, and I was like, excuse you, have you ever seen a little cow? They're adorable. So insult, not a good one. So Liz thinks that she hired someone to kill Nikolas, and Elizabeth points out that Hayden committed fraud and theft by keeping the diamonds, and Jordan comes in with the FBI. The FBI is going to search the property and possibly detain Hayden, and a whole team is coming, so yeah. Good luck. Hopefully the diamonds are there, although I think they're with Nikolas. Let's see. Okay, so Hayden calls Elizabeth a hypocrite. I mean, she's not wrong. And, Jason, she mentions, like, the Jason secret and, like, knowing about Hayden's shooting and not saying anything. And, Liz isn't in any rush to get out of there. She is just enjoying this whole show of Hayden just getting demolished. So Hayden says that there are no diamonds, and I'm like, haha, Elizabeth saw them. But Elizabeth doesn't say that she saw them, because then Hayden could, like, well, then she would have to admit there's diamonds. Anyway, so then the feds come in, and they want Hayden to explain something. What does she need to explain? So apparently they found a list of, like, the diamonds, like, I guess the serial numbers and stuff like that. And Hayden says she's never seen it before. It must be Nikolas's. He was obsessed with the diamonds after he found them on, like, I don't know. She says, like, there was a public record of everything that was seized. They're going to DNA check the paper, and I was like, have fun getting out of that one, Hayden. So Hayden is freaking out after Elizabeth and the feds leave, and she calls to close a bank account and wants it in small bills, and Hayden opens the door to leave, and Elizabeth is still there, and she's like, where you going, Hayden? Where you going? Where you going? Like, literally does that. So then Elizabeth and Hayden get into a physical altercation. There's hair pulling. It's nasty, and Elizabeth is not letting Hayden leave, and then they're, like, on the floor. At the hospital, Brad wants to believe Lucas can hear him, and he's, like, holding his hand, and I'm like, my heart is literally breaking for him. So Dr. Mays and Monica talk. Dr. Mays brings up how stressful this must be for Monica, being the new chief of staff, and Oprah comes over and says that, she would be doing a much better job because, she would have, what is happening over there? She would have detained the murderer already, this, that, and the other thing, and I'm like, okay, you literally helped hold Robin and Doug Lavery hostage. Like, I'm not listening to what you're saying right now. So Dr. Mays sticks up for Monica and knocks Obrecht's performance as chief of staff, and even says how amazing it is to have Dr. Finn on staff. And I was like, this is a little weird. Like, it seems like he's overcompensating a little bit. So Obrecht thinks detailed autopsy should have been done at the past patients, even though the first one, it was for religious reasons, and the second one had an autopsy and there was nothing, like, found. But then reiterates that the past hospital experience with Dr. Finn, and he was a drug addict and left under mysterious circumstances, and Obrecht wants the matter turned over to the police exclusively. And Monica and Obrecht got really, really heated. And Dr. Mays tells Obrecht that she's out of line and she's trying to make Monica look bad, and Obrecht accuses them of having an inappropriate relationship because, of course, right? And then like, what's happening. Monica, she was with the judge, right? That was her. I'm, like, remembering something from, like, 1 or 2 years ago. Whatever happened with that? At the chapel, oh no, we're good. At the chapel, Carly tells Dr. Finn what Obrecht said about the drug rumor, and Carly wants the truth from him. So Dr. Finn is offended that she would take what Obrecht said over, like, him, because, like, she knows him. But Carly's like, no, it's not what Obrecht said. It's the lies and the cover-ups, and, like, I saw you injecting something and you were collapsed, and he says he's not a drug addict, but he does admit he's keeping something from her, but he's not going to tell her what he's holding back, just that he's holding something back. And he says he helped save Lucas. Doesn't that count for anything? And maybe he can wake him up. And I was like, yes. Back at in the main part of the hospital, Dr. Finn and Carly come up. Dr. Finn thinks he can wake Lucas up, and Dr. Mays is like, Lucas is my patient, and I don't want you intruding. And he talks like that, definitely. He doesn't, but I had to do it. So Monica says it would be against hospital policy to let, Dr. Finn help with this, since, he is Dr. Mays' patients, too many doctors. Remember when Patrick left, and I was like, who are we going to know at the hospital? There's no doctors. Well, now there's too many again. So, Obrecht is loving this whole Dr. Finn wanting to get involved and recommending non-Western medicine, and she thinks Dr. Finn is trying to finish the job, and I was like, oh, lady. So then Dr. Finn throws accusations on Obrecht, and I was like, cool. And Dr. Mays is only going to use FDA protocol, and Monica thinks they should hear Dr. Finn out at the very least. Carly wants Dr. Finn to treat Lucas because she has more faith in him than anyone else there, and I think that means a lot to him, judging that, they just had that heated conversation in the chapel. Brad thinks Lucas squeezed his hand, and he does, and then, Brad asks him to, squeeze his hand again, and he does again. There's a definite squeeze, not, a reflex. Throwing shade over here. And Brad says... Okay, so then Brad brings the doctors in, and Lucas seems to be asleep again, and Obrecht says that the hand squeeze was involuntary, and Brad's like, no, I asked him to squeeze my hand, and he did. And then Carly, kind of gets in Lucas's face a little bit, and is like, wake up, you have to wake up, you have to wake up. And Lucas, he says something, he keeps saying, don't, and he's like, don't shout. So, Lucas is awake, woo! At the safe house, I know, we got a lot happening. At the safe house, Sam, they're going through the timeline. Who would benefit from Nikolas, dying or disappearing? And they come to the conclusion, he could have been abducted. The surveillance doesn't cover the tunnels. Someone could have gotten him in and out without, showing up on camera. And then Jason thinks they should shift their investigation to the why instead of the who and how. So Hayden, the corner means Jason. These are some of the suspects they come up with. And then they happen upon suicide, and they're like, nah, he wouldn't do that to Spencer. And then Jason has a revelation, the one we had 2 days ago. So Jason says that only Nikolas's legs were in the water. Was the current strong enough to drag him in? We'll come back to that. At the park, Laura has Spencer there. Spencer is playing with a drone. Perhaps Spencer isn't upset about his father's disappearance / death. Well, he thinks death. Because Nikolas clued him in that he would be gone for a little bit, but he'll be back. Huh. Because this wouldn't be fair of him to do to Spencer, to just disappear without giving him a heads up. And he knows Spencer can, keep a secret and stuff. So Kevin comes around. Spencer thinks it's a setup because his father has, disappeared. But Laura's like, no, it just happened to happen this way. And Laura's so worried about him, and they think that he's hiding behind this, disconnect. So Laura doesn't know where to start helping Spencer because of his behavior, and then Laura starts kind of talking her own way through it, and she tells Kevin about, escaping the Cassidines, reuniting with Luke. Then when she had to reveal the truth about Nikolas because Lou needed a bone marrow transplant, and how Nikolas forgave her and loved her, and she feels really guilty. And now end scene. So Lucas is awake, and he asks how long he's been out, and they tell him oh, 1 night. And I was like, I don't know, I might have had some fun there. I really wouldn't. It was a real life thing. Could you imagine if they're 5 years? Oh my god. I mean, no, that'd be mean, but it'd kind of be funny to watch. I don't know, I'm a bad person. It's too late. Anyway, so Carly's gonna go call their mom. Hayden's mother comes in the room while Hayden and Elizabeth are fighting, and I'm like, what now? Jordan sees something in a police file, and she wants a warrant for the arrest of Jason Morgan, and I'm like, no. And Jason thinks it was all a setup, that Nikolas is alive and playing all of them. Dun dun dun. Alright, thank you so much for watching today's recap. Don't forget to vote for Character of the Week in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. No, I'll see you Monday for more General Hospital, because it is Friday. So I'll see you then. Bye.